Hi everyone, welcome back. I realise it's been a month since I did a Bun Friday. I have been busy since the book announcement. You probably guessed why. I'm a bit busy, but I have lots of things to go over. There might be some swearing in this video, so if you're watching it with your 2-year-old who copies everything you do, maybe watch me later when they're in bed, and don't keep me blaring in your cubicle at work, because I know I'm going to drop an F-bomb. I can sense it coming. So let's do bad news that isn't bad news. It's kind of, we've been a victim of our own success. I have had to close permanently Given Makeup. I started Given Makeup 9 years ago, literally 6 months or so after I started the blog. And essentially I had an influx of products, as you can see. It's been like this for 9 years. And I obviously take care of my best mate and my mum. And then I just had a large surplus, and I gave it all to, I started donating it to women's shelters. And then that grew, and we ended up servicing most of north to west to south London, just from me doing drop-offs. And then essential.com got involved. They're based in Cardiff, and they were donating directly to Women's Aid. Anyway, this went on very nicely and quietly for 9 years. And then earlier this year, a picture of the address went viral on Facebook, and I mean viral. And in one day, they had like 1,000 deliveries to this small PO box in London. And it meant that the women who should be working with the victims of domestic abuse in shelters were actually sorting out parcels. So I took the address off the site, we took Wales off the site, we said we're going to go on a temporary pause, and it hasn't stopped. So I've just had to close it down. I've changed all the details on the blog. I'm leaving the page up because people are going to keep finding the link to Given Makeup for a while yet. There is an organisation called droppoint.org. They will take what you would normally send to me. I would make sure that they're up to a good standard. We did get some stragglers towards the end. We were getting like dirty underwear and lipsticks that were down to the bottom of the bullet. Don't send people crap, please. They're too polite to say anything. I'm not. Don't send people your crap. It's so disrespectful. However, the majority of you sent literally, I can't tell you how many donations we've had, and it's in the hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of goods. And it's not just makeup or skincare. It's furniture. We've had people deliver 3-piece settees when people are getting a new home, appliances. So droppoint.org, which I will link below, can do all of that for you in your local area. It's a much better system. I am going to continue to support my local shelters because, as you can see, I still have a lot of stuff to give. But we can't keep taking the time away from the women who need it in the shelters. That was never the intention. So for the refuge girls, you know who you are, I literally can't say anything else. And the Women's Aid girls, thank you so much for your support over the last 9 years. I owe you big, especially after the recent influxes. I'm so sorry. And Rakesh and his team from essential.com, you are awesome source. Literally, he has kept Wales Women's Aid going, and I'm not going to get hormonal because I could cry. He has kept Wales Women's Aid going for 9 years with these donations. So he will also follow, we're all going to sort of follow the same lead. He's working with Droppoint and other local charities because he has a warehouse full. That's how bad it got. So it's a great problem to have, but I'm afraid that the only way of fixing it long term is to just take it down and use an organisation that does it for a living. So I hope that makes sense. It's all good. It's just that I'm not going to do it nationally anymore. I'm just going to do it privately. Total other end of the scale. Recently there is this trend. I have been asked incessantly to do reaction videos, which, if you don't know, is I would put a little thing in the screen, in the corner of the screen, of a video of someone usually doing their skincare. That's what I'm asked to review, and I would sit here and pick it apart. It's not for me. I'm just putting that out there. I've watched a few of them. I don't enjoy them. Equally, I don't enjoy things like, there's always singing teacher critiques Christina Aguilera's performance. Well, all I will say is you've got a set of balls on you if you're going to critique that woman. But so I'm not into it. I will, however, say a few things. And I'll link them below so you can make your own mind up. Harper's Bazaar in the US does a nighttime routine series, and they recently did a few. One was with Kourtney Kardashian, and then there was the horror that was Bella Thorne's. And I'm being polite and I'm being gentle. All I can say is whatever Bella Thorne tells you to do in that video, do the exact opposite. And that's me being as polite as I can be. It is shockingly bad with misinformation and can cause actual harm. I'm just going to say that. point blank. I even commented and said, if you were a responsible broadcaster, you would take this down. I'm sure they think you, but whatever. Kourtney Kardashian is fine, she has beautiful skin, but there's absolutely no mention of going to her dermatologist regularly and having Botox filler and all that sort of stuff. So I'm not in any way taking away from her. I too have had filler, not recently actually, you can tell. But it's a tad disingenuous because she goes on and on about toxic and being green, but she has injections into her face. That's all I'm going to say. And this is why I can't do a reaction video, because clearly. Now, two others. Millie Bobby Brown has released a skincare line called Florence. This girl is a child. Why would I lay into a child? Why would I do that? She's younger than my own daughter. I'm sure it is a perfectly fine range for young girls. I don't imagine for one second that Millie Bobby Brown's parents think that she's releasing a skincare range that someone of my age would use. So why would I sit and critique it? Not interested in slagging off a young girl online, sorry. Keegan Makeup, now this poor girl, this video is doing the rounds again. Keegan Makeup is a makeup artist who did an at-home TCA peel, and I can't even remember how long ago it was. It was easily last year, if not the year before. And I reacted to it at the time and said, this is really irresponsible. You can't have bought that. You must have got it from your dermatologist. And I won't link to it because I actually don't think I can. She took the video down. We spoke privately on DM. She was upset because some of my followers jumped in, and I immediately was like, I didn't mean to bring any drama to you. I'm just telling you it's not great. Your skin is burned, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, the video has resurfaced and I'm getting tagged in it all the time. I'm not going to comment again after this. I will message her to let her know I'm saying this, and I'm sure she's had it up to the neck. From what I remember, she had done TCA peels in her dermatologist's office, and I think the derm actually said to her, you could do this at home. So some of the blame goes to the derm. It's not all her fault. Please don't give her a hard time. That video was taken down ages ago. Sponsored video content, on that note. I keep saying on that note as if it's all seamlessly linked together. I have one more sponsored video coming up, and then I'm probably going to shelve them. I don't enjoy making them. It's the only part of my job that stresses me out, and when I get stressed out, it stresses out the team because they know that I'm spinning like a whirling dervish. It's not that I regret doing them. It's not that at all. It's that there is something about how I can write and my tone comes across as me that I don't fully and do when I'm speaking to a camera, because it's almost like I'm doing it, I don't know, it's just different. So me going on the blog and going, this is amazing, da 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 da, is completely different to me sitting here and talking about a bottle of water, which is in plastic because it's fizzy, it's all they had. I normally use refillable before the internet starts. I will always keep you posted. It's almost a plea to brands to stop asking me to do them. I'm just not that keen on them. I love doing sponsored content on the blog, I do it on Instagram, but on YouTube I prefer to leave it for like mixed videos. I'm always asked to do integrated videos. You'll notice I haven't done one of them for years, which is basically I'm doing an empties video and in the middle of it you'll have an ad. I just don't do that. So I will keep you posted. I'm still going to use affiliate links. This isn't me doing a, oh, I'm not going to do any sponsored. Of course I am. We all have to make a living. I just don't find them that much fun to do anymore. Now, advent calendars. Here is a plea. If you are a brand, please don't send me any more advent calendars. We were inundated so badly last year that we took a car full to the charity, which is fine, but they were still coming on like the 23rd, and I had given the refuge a drop off of like the 20th to make sure they had time to disperse it. So I'm very grateful, and I know you want to be on a video. I won't be doing that many Bun Fridays coming up because I'm finishing the book. So please save your samples and send them to someone who will show them off for you. I have a couple that I want to touch on. Marks and Spencer's, because I was asked about it yesterday. I did Pestle and Mortar have launched an M&S. I should put a little ad in the corner there because I was paid to go and do an event with them last night. So technically me talking about it is an ad. That's what I'm talking about. I'll always be honest, but they haven't paid me to say it in this. However, I mentioned to M&S, I was like, oh, I don't know if I've seen your advent calendar. When's it launch? So I have the details. They had already sent it. It is £40 when you spend £25 or over. It's worth £300 and it's available on Halloween. I'm gonna 31st of October. It's Halloween. And I'm just going to try and give you, you'll never see it properly, but it's all very like misshaped, all different shapes and sizes, with a big 25 bang in the middle. There we go. And the brands in it are all the brands that they sell, literally. That should make it easier for you. Now, the big enchilada, which I will show you, is the Liberty one. Now, Liberty opens Liberty goes on sale, sorry, at 9 AM on the 16th of October. It's 25 doors, 19 full-size products, £215, worth £600. It looks like this. You know what it looks like because they do the same one every year. And this has, oh my God, it's so heavy, Votary, Diptyque, Hourglass, Amoravitza, Skin Laundry, Dermatological, Elixir Skin, Surat, Fragrance, Hair by Sam Knight, Davines, oh nice, Herbivore, Bobbi Brown, Seabag, loads, NARS, everyone basically in the beauty department, I think. That's amazing. I will have an update about something advent calendar-ish at the end of this video too. More to do with me. Okay, I don't know, I think this is going to become more of a constant thread in all of my content as opposed to just a rant on a Bun Friday video because I feel so passionate about it. I think it just has to become part of my full-on content. And I have just come back from LA where the clean movement is out of control to the point where I found myself easily, I didn't do it because I was jet lagged, I could have corrected every single salesperson in Sephora for a start. I didn't get to any other stores, I just got to Sephora. I had one say, this doesn't contain any nasties, no parabens, no silicones, and I was like, there's literally nothing wrong with parabens and silicones. It's become this thing now where the clean movement is now judging other brands who don't do what they do and literally calling them dirty. So we've had the Suspicious 6, from you know who. I noticed a couple of days ago Amoravitza are now using the Nasty 9. No, I am not kidding, the Nasty 9. First of all, stop, be an adult. Nasty. Also, you didn't do it first. Drunk Elephant did Suspicious 6, so anything else is a bit of a, come on. The words being thrown around all the time are non-toxic, the EWG. Don't even get me started on the EWG. And then I looked at a couple of retailers that I was trying to get to and I couldn't because I didn't have time. One is the Detox Market, who say, we believe life is more beautiful without toxins. Well, I think we all agree with that. Her best defense was to live a detoxified life, which meant saying goodbye to chemically laden beauty products. That in itself is just a scientifically incorrect statement. Everything is a chemical. Now you would think that what they mean is anything synthetic, but everything that's in a product that's organic or natural had to be put into that product via a synthetic process. So it's literally meaningless. However, I'm saving my wrath this week for Credo. Now, they seem like a very nice retailer. They do go into a lot of detail. This is double-sided and this is their entire Credo, what is it? The Credo Clean Standard. However, where I thought, we've always said jokingly, me, Sam Farmer, the SCS, which is the Society of Cosmetic Scientists, have always said jokingly, so what's the opposite of clean? Dirty. Can you see that? It says the dirty list. Not only are they literally saying that if your brand has these ingredients in, that it's dirty, they've trademarked it because they're so proud of it. The dirty list. Now in here you will find things that aren't even beginning to be dirty. But my favourite, and I've just pulled out one, because like you can tell I'm a bit ragey, is natural versus synthetic, and this is talking about fragrance. Credo prefers natural fragrances over synthetic fragrances. Well, firstly, that's bullshit because synthetic fragrances are more tested, and certainly more tested on human skin, than natural fragrances. They're also far less problematic for allergies. Far more people are allergic to the components of essential oil than they are a synthetic fragrance. So this is all of their creed. Credo prefers natural fragrances over synthetic, but we do allow synthetic fragrance. So what's the point in saying it? Do you see what I mean? It's a lot of words, and the word toxic is thrown about as if you have a murderer from a Sherlock Holmes film about to inject you with arsenic. It is a shit show. So I don't know, I'm not going to be like at the forefront and screaming about it, but I am going to be pulling up any product that comes my way. So I'm sure I'm already off certain people's lists. Sorry, I'm so not sorry. But I will be pulling up if their language is controversial for the sake of being a marketing claim to make you buy out of fear. Anything like that I'm going to start highlighting. So if you are worried about me pulling you up on the fact that you say non-toxic, just don't send it to me. Just don't send it to me, because I'm going to do it. And I'm doing it because I think you, the consumer, deserves the scientific information as opposed to the BS. And I also think as well, it's only fair to mention that yes, last year I did a clean box for Space NK, and the goal of that box was to talk about what the clean movement could be, and we did everything from, we consider this brand clean because they don't animal test, we consider this brand clean because they are ethically sourced, and there was like 10 different reasons of why something could be clean. And I think that message came across really, really well in store when we did events. I don't think it went across that well online, because obviously you don't have an infinite amount of time that you can answer people's questions. And so I know I've done a clean box and I put my hands up to it. And I think if I did it now with Space NK, we wouldn't call it clean, because that word has been completely hijacked to mean that if someone uses something clean, everything else is dirty. And I'll give you a perfect example because it just happens to be here. It would mean that literally every single doctor brand on the market is dirty. Do you think that is true? Because I'm telling you now, it is scientifically, factually not the case. And the reason that came into my head is because Carrie Gross, the wife of Dr. Dennis Gross, is in town, and she put this on her Instagram, and I said, you have to give me the wobbly head doc for my shelf behind me. And she turned up at my Marks and Spencer's event and gave me one. Look at this. So you go in front of this man and Dr. Marco Lenz and Dr. Lancer, there are hundreds of Dr. Brands, Dr. Seabag, and tell them that they're dirty. You do that. Now, I know a few of you, especially the Skin Freaks group, are waiting for my update. Here is the thing. If you are waiting for me to announce an advent calendar, I am not doing a traditional advent calendar. If what you want, as someone in the office very poignantly said yesterday, brilliantly, doors and drawers, i.e. 25 doors, 25 drawers, 12 doors, I'm not doing that. I will tell you more about what I am doing when we launch, but we had originally thought we were going to do that, and then there was so much feedback in the Freaks group about excessive packaging, preferring full sizes, because what an advent calendar traditionally does is that they say it's worth over £600 and it contains 25 full sizes. But what the industry does that's quite sneaky, and I'm not suggesting that the guys who, because there's a lot of full sizes in these, they will put a smaller, so here's an example. Let's just give you an example. I'll try my best to make it make sense. This is a full size, right? So what the industry will do is they will say to a brand, we have to sell your full size in order to make the claim that it's a full size in an advent calendar so that we can then knock up the value. So they'll say, this is normally £10, therefore if we put this for sale for £3, that is technically a full size product. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to give you proper full sizes. So I am releasing something. It will be towards the end of October. So if you want to buy an advent calendar for you or your family, do not wait for what I am doing, because you'll be disappointed and then I'll take your grief and it'll be all my fault and I'm really sorry. Just putting that out there now. If you want a traditional advent calendar, you need to buy one from this lot and the ones I've just shown you. If you don't really want an advent calendar and you want something that it will obviously be skincare, I will have more info, and the only reason I'm not selling it now and telling you what it is because we are waiting for one component and that isn't arriving for about 2.5 weeks. So I look to be talking to you after around the 20th of October, so I might just do it that Friday, and I promise you I will give you more information. I'm not trying to be secretive. I'm clearly not going to tell you what it is yet because I want the surprise and I have to make sure I have the final product and everything. It is not a collaboration with a brand, it's not an advent calendar, it's not my own line. I know I've just made it worse, but at least now if you want to buy an advent calendar, you know that you have to do that from all the ones that are here. I'm not doing doors and drawers. I will see you soon. Take care.